think you guys already are.
Well, we know some, but the thing of it is, you know, just like anything, there's two sides to a story. So if you only have one side, then it's not really fair to make any kind of decision on anything if you don't have both sides.
I don't really know what to say, honestly.
So you met somebody on the internet, and what was their name?
Katie.
Katie? And how old is Katie?
13.
Okay. How long ago did you meet Katie?
Week and a half.
A week and a half? And it sounds like, excuse me, that you guys really hit it off, had a lot in common and stuff like that. And, I mean, honestly, there's really not that big an age difference between you.
Well, like, in 30 years, there's not that big of an age difference.
Right. But, I mean, still, there's only, what, like 5 years between you or something? How old are you?
19.
You're 19? So just a few years. But it sounds like to me that you really had Katie's best interest at heart. I mean, as far as like your relationship. I mean, because I've read how kind you were and concerned about her welfare. So what did you have in mind when you came to Flagler Beach to meet Katie?
Honestly?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, just to hang out.
Honestly, just to hang out?
I brought like 12 movies.
Mm-hmm. What kind of movies?
Well, she said she liked comic books, so I brought V for Vendetta. Based off a comic book. I brought the Band Brothers series. I brought Anger Management and Jurassic Park. You know, just stuff that I thought might catch anyone's attention, really.
And so what else did you have in mind?
That was it, really.
Well, I mean, because from knowing how your conversations went and things like that, I could tell that both of you were ready to take it to the next level. And like I said, there's really not that much age difference between you. So when you got here, you were planning on, and I know you wouldn't have hurt her, because I know that you're planning on being very careful and preparing her for her first time and not going to do anything, you know, to really hurt her. And I think that's very considerate. I mean, that you would, you know, take that kind of caution and let her know that you would take that kind of caution. I mean, is that what you're planning on, being very careful?
I wasn't planning on that.
Well,
So, well, I'm right brain, so I'm really sporadic, and depending on what situation I'm put in is how I'm going to react. So I don't even know what would have happened if I got that.
so maybe you wouldn't have been as gentle as you said in your
So
conversations.
I'm saying that probably would have happened. Period.
What?
Sex. Probably would have happened.
Well, but it sounded to me like you really wanted that to happen. And we're both here just to try to help you so that you can tell us your side of the story. And if, you know, you truly meant to have a relationship with her, then that's not like you were going to hurt her. You know, I mean, you were actually, I mean, I've read what you were saying, that you're going to be very gentle with her. You know, because like you said, you know, the first time can be very painful.
That's just more, you know, I was actually kind of trying to scare her away from it.
Really? And is when you sent the pictures of your penis, was that trying to scare her away?
No, that was just a different night.
So because of your being right-brained, some nights
Right.
you try to scare her away and some nights you don't?
Well, some nights I'm more prone to do different things than other nights.
What do you think makes the difference?
I don't really know.
And do you have a girlfriend now? No? And have you had a girlfriend recently?
My last girlfriend was, let's see, almost 3 years ago.
When you were 16?
Yeah, we dated most of high school, like 2.5 years.
Well, see, I think that's admirable, that you're not just, like, jumping after every girl. And like I said, it seems to me like you had a lot in common. There's not that much age difference. But I think you need to be honest of what your intentions were, you know, when you came here.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
I mean, what happened was gonna happen. I mean, she wanted it, and I was, you know, I might have, but I'm not
So if let me, I just want to make sure that I understand what you're saying. If you got there and she was willing to have sex with you, you were willing to have sex with her. Was it
Maybe. I mean, it really depends on my mood, honestly.
okay? Did you drive here from Orlando? Okay.
And so when you were driving here, what was your mood? What were you thinking? Were you excited to meet her?
Pretty nervous. I was actually pissed off because there was gridlock right outside of Orlando,
Uh-huh.
and like the only time I'm upset is when I'm driving. I hate that. I really wasn't thinking about anything about that.
Well, what about when you got closer to Flagler Beach and out of the gridlock?
I remember. I got an I-95, and then how was that? I guess I was still recovering from the good luck, and then I got nervous again, I guess. But then I hit O&A, and that was just me. Alright.
Were you nervous about thinking about having sex with her, or were you nervous just for meeting her?
Just, I'm really shy. I don't like meeting people in general.
Okay. So that's what was making you nervous, just the fact that you'd never met her face to face. But how long had you been talking to her on the computer?
Like a week and a half.
A week and a half. What made you decide to try to meet her?
Seemed like a nice girl. It's hard to find.
Okay.
Well, and it's kind of like by the time you came here, you were almost kind of boyfriend-girlfriend anyway. I mean, you were already talking at night and, you know, calling each other sweetheart and, like I said, telling her how good a care you're going to take care of her. Because, I mean, that makes all the difference in the world to a girl. I'm sure you know that, you know, because that's a concern. And I think that you explained that concern very well and that you were going to take care of her. When you came.
I guess.
Are you confused by what I'm saying, or you guess
I
what?
I don't know. I don't know what you are saying.
Well, she was your girlfriend, so when you came here, I mean,
My girlfriend.
well, that's the way it appears. Were you talking to her like she was your girlfriend? Not at all?
Talk to her like a girl.
Calling her sweetheart? That's how you talk to other girls on the internet?
Sometimes, I guess. I don't really talk to girls more than a day.
Who do you live with?
I have a roommate.
You have a roommate? And, do you have other girlfriends on the internet?
Well, one, but I know her.
Okay. Have you met other people on the internet that you haven't met yet in person?
Oh, yeah, a bunch.
Girls?
Some.
So if we go and look at your computer, I mean, this is your chance to just help us out. If we go look at your computer, I mean, which we're going to, how many girlfriends do you have that are young?
Girlfriends?
Friends that you talk to like girlfriends. Like Katie, who wasn't
that
really
you-
a girlfriend, but talk to her like a girlfriend.
Girls that you talk about sex with or talk about having sex with, or girls that you've sent photographs to.
I don't know. Maybe a couple.
A couple.
Maybe.
Are they all around the age of 13?
No.
What, do you remember how old those girls were?
I can think of one that I've been talking to for like a year and a half. But we're just friends. I don't really talk to anyone about her.
How old is she?
She's 17.
17?
And you've been talking to her for a year and a half, so when she was 15 and a half, did you send her pictures? How many girls have you sent pictures to?
I don't know.
Take a guess.
A few. Maybe
How many is a few?
a few of them, like 3.
So you've sent your picture to 3 other girls, approximately. And was that recently?
I don't know. I don't know.
And will you try to think for me? It's really important.
Can if you ask the
Well, actually, I'm asking right now is how many girls have you sent your picture to? I mean, we're going to find out, but in the whole scope of things, it's going to be in your best interest to be honest with us. Okay. You don't know if it was recently.
How many girls do you probably talk to online during the day?
Maybe a couple. Maybe.
When you say a couple, maybe two different girls a day?
Maybe it depends on the day. I mean, I have a lot of schoolwork and sometimes I don't even get online.
How many different girls are you talking to right now?